Traveling is a great activity. Here you'll find entertainment, vivid impressions, and new acquaintances. But there is always some nonsense that can ruin everything. For example, things that everyone does and that are only harmful to your vacation. Every city in the world has certain sites that must be seen, and because these sites are scattered around the city, the fastest way to see them is almost always by public transit, whether it's a bus or subway or rickshaw. So why it's nonsense? By spending your time on buses or trains, you're missing out on all the texture a city has. By simply walking around, you'll be able to see how a city actually lives and breathes. You'll be able to evaluate from the side how cars are driven here, how many cyclists, how many homeless people. All the remarkable places are interesting, and it's very interesting just to walk around the city in a new place. It's a huge pleasure. Almost every travel guide contains a short phrasebook. For some reason, it's generally accepted that any tourist should be able to say a few words in the local language. It's considered polite and will of course help you out if you ever need to communicate simple ideas. So why it's nonsense? First of all, what does politeness have to do with it? Everyone already hates typical tourists. And honestly, if you've traveled a lot, I'm sure you've never had any issue with not speaking the local language. Because of things like the internet, basically everyone in the world is able to communicate in some way. And failing that, people will usually be able to figure out what you want with hand gestures. Souvenirs. It's a waste of time, money, and extra pounds in suitcases. I understand everything. Souvenirs remind us of our adventures. Memories fade away, and these things remain with us. The conventional wisdom then, if you are looking for a souvenir, is that you should gravitate toward local crafts from region's artisans. Something that is more authentic than the mass-produced things you can find in museum gift shops. So why it's nonsense? First, the best souvenirs are rarely bought. They are found. Objects that come with stories attached to them. Secondly, to be honest, often souvenirs with a local flavor are just cheap rubbish. They look miserable and uninteresting, and they are also impractical. In fact, souvenir products are the same everywhere, with minor adjustments for geography. The only harmless thing is fridge magnets. Watching out for scams is a sad but necessary aspect of traveling. Whether it's as simple as pickpocketing or more involved like ATM skimming or tipping. Far and away the most common advice you have seen on how to avoid being pickpocketed is to wear a money belt. So why it's nonsense? It's impossible to actually get money into and out of without looking like a typical tourist. It doesn't protect you from any non-pickpocketing scams. Avoiding pickpocketing and scammers needn't to be so difficult, and doesn't take much more than common sense. Pickpockets make use of some pretty transparent distraction schemes when operating, which are pretty easy to spot in action. Also, they kind of already look like criminals. So long as you start paying attention when shady seeming people are around, or when anyone gets within arm's reach, you'll be fine. Good luck to you.